All right, our next section is going to be on MMP, minimum manifold pressure. We're going to talk about the requirements. So the actual equation's pretty simple. It's just going to be your depth times 0.445 plus, we'll call it a C for right now, a constant or whatever, K if you want to, but we'll just say C is equal to MMP. So here's where it gets a little tricky. So this value that we have here is dependent on what depth you're at, okay? So if you're 0 to 60 feet of seawater, then C equals 90. All right? If you're 61 to, 130 feet of seawater, then this C is going to be equal to 135. And then finally, if you are deeper than 130 feet, so basically 131, we'll call it, to infinity, whatever, you know, C is going to be equal to 165. All right, so find our depth. We'll put it in there. If it's between this range, we'll take this number and we'll put it there. If it's between this range, we'll take the 135 and put it there. And if it's between this range, we'll take this and put it there. So let's just say that we're at, we'll say we're at 120 feet. So our first problem we're going to do is we're going to say we're at 120 times 0.445 plus, well, 120 is right here. It's in between 61 and 130, so our C factor is going to be 135. So plus 135 is equal to, just watch my calculator, I'm just going to do this equation over here. 120 times 0.445 is equal to 53.4, and then we're going to add 135 onto that, and we're going to see that our answer is 188.4. However, we're going to go ahead and round this up to the next whole number, so our actual answer is going to be 189. All right. Now I'll just do one more just so you can see. We'll say our depth this time is 300 feet, or we can even say deeper, you know, it doesn't really matter. But anywhere above 131 is what I'm going for here. So we'll say, we'll just do 300 feet. So we'll say 300 times 0.445 plus over here we have 165 is equal to 300 times 0.445 is equal to that plus 165 equals 298.5, which our final answer round up would be 299. So that's basically minimum manifold pressures in a nutshell. The only one we didn't do would have been this range here, but you know, just like the other ones, you figure out your depth, you put it in, and then you just remember to change this. So like I said, pretty simple equation. Just be cautious about this number right here and know that it changes, and it could be any of these three values here depending on your depth.